everybody and welcome back to Pilates. My name's Eimear, I am the Ards and North Down Movement Coordinator, and today I'm going to take you through a Pilates session. Please only take part in the session if you're feeling fit and well to do so. There's a little description box below the video, have a quick read of that before you begin. And if you've never done Pilates before, I suggest you maybe go back to the start and do a few of the other videos before completing this one. But if you want to start this one, that's fine. Just take everything at your own level, at your own speed. Make sure you have some water beside you, and take as many breaths and breathers as you need throughout the video. Before we get started, I want you to get set up into our Pilates posture. You don't need any equipment or anything for the video. If you have a mat, that's great. If not, a rug or a towel will be fine. You might want to have a cushion close by. We're doing a wee bit of kneeling in this session, just for under the knees, make it a bit more comfortable for you. But to get yourself set up into Pilates position, I just want you to stand feet shoulder distance apart, knees slightly soft. Bring those shoulders back, down and relaxed. And just take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just relaxing the mind, forgetting about all the stresses and the worries. Just focusing on your breath. With every breath in and out, just focusing on the mind as the air enters the body and leaves the body. Not worrying about your to-dos, what you have to do, what you should do, all those lists of things. Just emptying the mind and focusing on the breath. You can close your eyes. Now I just want you to bring your hands up just onto the ribs, and as we inhale a little bit deeper, feel that the ribs lift up and out, and as we exhale we feel them fall. Still just focusing in on the breath, and every time that mind wanders and starts to think of other things, throughout the whole practice today, just try to bring it back and focus on your breath. In and out. Do one more breath for me. Good. Just bring the hands down by the side. Now I want you to take an inhale, and when you inhale I want you to bring your shoulders up towards your ears. So shoulder shrugs. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, shoulders to ears. Exhale, drop them down. As we exhale out all that tension, we drop the shoulders away from the ears. We never want our shoulders up around our ears. Back's full of tension, neck's full of tension. Do one more for me. Inhale it up. Exhale it all out. Good. Take an in breath now, and on the exhale I just want you to drop your chin down towards your chest. Stretching out the neck. Take an inhale here, and exhale, bring that chin all the way up to the ceiling. Slow and steady. Control the breath. In breath again, exhale, chin down to chest. Take an inhale here, and exhale, just come back up to neutral, looking forward. This time we're going to go right and left. In breath, inhale, prepares us. Exhale, we're looking out over one of our shoulders. Doesn't matter what side you go to first. Inhale again. Exhale. Slow and steady over the opposite shoulder. You go on your own breath, your own speed. Just do one more for me. Inhale again, and exhale, this brings us back to neutral. Good. Bring your hands out. We're going to do your upper singers. So little pinkies touching together. We're going to take an inhale, and on the exhale we're going to open up the arms into our upper singer pose, just up the shoulder height. Palms down. Inhale, exhale, return. Try to keep that gaze looking forward, getting the pinkies back touching each other without looking at the hands. In breath prepares, exhale we open, palms face down, shoulder height. Inhale prepares, exhale return. And try get those hands touching again without looking at them. Good, we'll do it one more time. Well done. Okay, this time inhale as we open up, right up above the head, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Put up the arms and the shoulders a bit more. Inhale up. This time we're staying up. We're going to exhale and make a fist. Inhale, open the fingers. Exhale, close a fist. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Okay, this is just getting the lymphatic system working. All moving around the body. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. One more inhale. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. And return the hands by our side. Good. Just give the arms a little shake, shoulders a little shake if we need to. Down to the feet then. I want you to stand in bow stance, okay? So we're going to come forward. One leg's going to come forward. Up nice and straight. So both legs are going to be nice and straight. We're going into our calming waters in bow stance. So hands just about our waist level. Both legs are straight. We're going to take an in breath. And as we exhale, we're just going to come out to the front, bending that front knee. Hands are coming out and we're calming the waters. Okay, inhale back up. Straighten that leg. Front leg's doing all the bending. Exhale out. Making sure that knee isn't going over the toes. Inhale back up. Pushing back. Exhale out. Inhale up. Good. Hands are just running through a body of water. Focus on the breath. Do one more for me on this side. And exhale. Just change the feet over for me. So opposite leg comes back, goes out the front. We stand up nice and tall to start off. So both legs are straight, both heels are flat on the floor. Hands are at waist height. We'll take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, we're going to push out with the hands. Front knee is not going over the toes. Inhale back up. Exhale out. Inhale up. Focus on the mind. Imagine the hands are in a lake of water or a bath of water. One more for me. Inhale up. Exhale. Just shake the hands. Okay, under our tree hugs now, I want you to bring your feet wider than shoulder distance. If you've got a mat, just use the mat as a good guide. Tree hugs. Chest is up, upper body staying up. We're going to bring the hands in and around as if we're hugging a tree. We're pushing the knees out and pushing the bum back. So we've lots to think about here. So we're going to take an in breath to prepare. Exhale. We're going to be coming down, sinking the bum, pushing the knees out, bringing the arms around your tree. Only go to where you feel comfortable. In breath up. Exhale down. In breath up. Now each time you can go a little bit deeper if you feel comfortable. Only go to wherever you feel comfortable. Pushing the knees out. Pushing the bum back. Keeping that chest up. We have our book on our head. We're not tilting forward. We're not looking at the floor. Shoulders are back. Shoulders are away from the ears. Chest is up. A little bit deeper each time if we can. We want you to do two more for me. Heels stay on the floor. Well done. Bring the feet back in together. Now I just want you to lift the toes off the mat. Drop them back down. Starting to think about engaging everything right up the body. Toes, pelvic floor, core muscles, shoulders down relaxed. Imagine we've got a string pulling us right through the body out the top of the head. Just pulling everything up. Just toes peeled off the mat, back down. And then if you can, just take a little rock backwards and forwards. Just nice and steady, rolling out the ankles and the soles of the feet. And then just coming up and staying in a little calf raise for a second or two. Just holding it that wee bit longer. Good, just do 2 more for me. Last one, well done. Okay, we've got a balance before we go down onto the mat. We're going to do a 3-point balance. So we'll have one standing leg, one leg off the mat, hopefully, at the same time. If our balance isn't good, folks, make sure you're close to a wall. Use it for your balance. Instead of putting your whole hand on the wall, just fingertips. If you're really shaky, whole hand. And try to gradually build yourself off so you're not grabbing on for dear life, it's just fingertips on it. Okay? 3-point balance is our foot's going from the front, the side and the back. If your balance isn't great, keep your foot close to the floor. Just tap it down, front, side and back. Your balance is a little bit better. Up midline, okay? Or it's really easy, then get the leg up higher as we go. So you can choose your level. It's really, really easy. Close your eyes, okay? So always take that sense away and see if that makes it even more challenging for you. Just one other key point, folks. Your leg, your balancing leg, keep a slight bend in that knee. Don't lock it out, okay? So in your own time, take an in-breath and away you go. Focusing on a spot on the floor or the wall, front, side, and return. It's a 3-point balance. You change legs each time, front, side, behind, back to center. Don't forget about that breath. Our core is engaged, our core is working, we're breathing right, and keep us a bit more balanced. Front, side, behind. If we're really wobbly, just tap the toe. We might be stronger on one leg than we are on the other, okay? 2 more for me, 1 on each side. Front, side, behind. Slight bend in that knee. Front, side, behind. And in. Good. Well done, folks. Okay, a few roll downs. Bring our feet back to shoulder distance. Slight bend in the knees. Hands just in on the lower back. Standing up nice and tall. We're going to take an in-breath. And on the exhale, hands are going to roll down the bottom of the back, the lower back, down on the back of the legs. Chin's going to tuck into the chest. Tail will tuck in. Everything's coming down. Only go into wherever we feel comfortable, depending on your flexibility. Just tucking the chin into the chest, hands on the back of the leg. We're breathing naturally. Take an inhale and then exhale back up to standing. Head and neck to Asana, come up. Shoulders roll back. Take a breath. Hands in the front of the body this time. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, hands roll down the legs. Chin comes tucked into the chest. Bring the hands wherever you feel comfortable. Keep the breathing nice and natural. Take an inhale and exhale back up to standing. Good, roll the shoulders back, take a breath. Okay, hands off the body this time. Chin isn't going to tuck in the chest, we're going to keep that gap. We'll stay nice and square, we're going to tip from the hips. Okay, so the weight of the head and the weight of the shoulders is going to bring us forward. Take an inhale again to prepare, and exhale, just let those hands down the length of the front. Keep the chin off the chest, and just tip it over from the hips over to the front. Okay, and from here, we're going to imagine there's a box in front of us. We've got 2 hands, one on either side. We're going to take an inhale, and on the exhale, I want you to bend your knees, grab hold of the box, and raise it up to the front. Bring it up towards the video, bring it up towards the front, okay, up towards your chest. Take an inhale, exhale, place it back on the floor. Okay, stand here. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale, prepare, exhale, we bend the knees, push the bum out, raise the hands up towards the chest. Brilliant. Inhale again, exhale, return. Don't hold it that long. Okay, last time, one more. Inhale, repairs, bend the knees, raise the hands. Push the bum out, chest is up. In breath, exhale, return. From here, take an inhale and exhale back up to standing. Slow and steady, again remember head and neck's the last thing. Shoulders roll back, take a breath. Okay, this time we're going to roll down and go onto the mat. Again, do that whatever way is easiest for you. We're going to be rolling down, focusing onto our knees for our first position. So if you have a cushion you want to grab hold of or something from under your knees, a bit of padding, that's absolutely fine. Okay, easiest way to come down onto the mat for me is hands on the front of the body. Take an in breath. As we bend down, we bend the knees. As we roll down, we'll bend the knees, hands to the floor. One knee down, then both knees down. Okay, as I said, we're going to be in a kneeling position for the first exercise. So if you want to grab a cushion or a rug or something, put under your knees for a little bit of padding. That's absolutely fine. First exercise we are doing in our kneeling position, folks, is our prayer hands. You can stay down on your heels if it's not comfortable. But as I said, if you've got a rug or a couple of cushions, come up into a nice tall position. Okay, so feet are back, legs are square. Okay, so still shoulder distance, hip distance apart, and they're square on. And we're going to keep both knees down. Okay, for the first exercise. And then we can progress up into one knee if it suits you. First one, prayer hands. So hands come up just to chest height. Okay, we're going to take an inhale. And on the exhale, we're just going to push the hands together up to the ceiling. Keeping that core nice and engaged. Sucking everything up. Take an inhale at the top. Exhale out. So you bring the hands down and around. We try to bring them behind the back if we can. And get the palms back touching palm to palm. Brilliant. Inhale again, exhale open, back the same way, back up above the head, nice long strong arms, inhale at the top, exhale return, pushing those hands together, good, one more time. Well done. Release the hands down, give the arms a little shake if you need to. Take a little sit down onto the backs of the feet and just take a couple of breaths here. Just adjust the pillow or anything under your knees if you need to. And when you're ready, we're just going to go back in. So pushing back up onto the knees. Okay, we're going to do a side bend. So I want both hands just on the outsides of your legs. And we're just going to take an in breath, and on the exhale I just want you to bend down just by running one hand down the outside of your leg. Okay, just to wherever you feel comfortable. In breath again, exhale, return back up. Nice and straight, nice and square. Take an in breath at the top, opposite side, we're bending out. So the body's not moving forward, just moving side to side. In breath, exhale up. In breath, exhale, bend. So we're bending from the side. Maybe that stretch right up the outside of the body. In breath, exhale, return. Last time. In breath, exhale out to the side. In breath, exhale, return. Good. Just roll the shoulders back for me. Control the breath. Through the nose, out through the mouth. Just a couple of shoulder rolls. Just do one more for me. When you're ready, just sit back down onto the feet. Okay, you can come into child's pose if you wish, or just sit up nice and tall, just to give the knees a little chance to recover. Just take a couple of breaths. Focus Focus in on your center, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, and when you're ready, back up onto the knees. Okay, we're going to try to do a little hamstring stretch. So again, folks, we're going to come up onto one knee. Whatever's easiest for you. If you need to have something beside you to give you a hand or a chair, but if you can, come up one knee onto the mat, opposite leg is up nice and tall. So just go back a little bit so you can see me. Okay, so my foot's flat on the floor. Ideally I want to get this out, okay, a little bit further from the body, and I want the heel just to be on the floor. The easiest way to do that is bring our hands down. Okay, so bring a hand down either side of your leg. Give yourself a bit of balance. Foot's flat on the floor. We're going to take an in-breath, and on the exhale we're just going to tilt back so only the heel is on the floor. Toes are pointing to the ceiling. We're just breathing into that stretch. It's a hamstring stretch, folks, so we'll feel that up here at the top of the leg. In and out. Take an in-breath, exhale, return the foot to the floor. Slide it back, okay? Return it fully to the mat and change legs. Okay, so the opposite knee will come up. Some people maybe don't need their hands to be down there for balance, folks. If you're really wobbly, maybe both hands. If you're really a bit wobbly, maybe just one hand. So it's up to you. But both hands will give you a wee bit of balance. Foot's fully up, then I just want you to slide it out slightly, so it's just away from the line of the body. Both hands can come down. Take an in-breath and exhale. Just bring the toes up towards the ceiling. You're nearly coming back, sitting back on yourself. Straighten the leg as much as you can. Get it in the hamstring. You sit at a desk, folks, or you know, you maybe play different types of sport. So like that, hamstrings will be really tight. So you'll feel that stretch, just breathing in and out through the nose. Exhale, return the foot to the floor. Slide it back and place the foot back onto the knee back onto the mat. Just sit back onto the heels and into child's pose, okay? Just slide the hands out to the front, head down to the mat, okay? Double up the fist, rest the head on the fists. Hands can be to the front or to the back. Just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. When you're ready, just come out of child's pose. Okay, we're going to go up into tabletop position. Just walk the hands forward, up into our tabletop. Make sure our knees are under our hips, our wrists are under our shoulders, and we're nice and square on, okay? Feet, knees again should just be about shoulder distance. Not too wide, not too close together, because they'll knock us off balance. Okay, we're going to do our side leg lift. So we've done this one before, if you've done the videos previous to this one. We're going to take an inhale, and on the exhale, we're just going to pretend we're like a little doggy. Okay, he has a sore hip, can't lift it up too high, but it's raising his leg to go for a little pee. Okay, so you're going to take an in-breath, and on the exhale, I'm going to start off with my right leg, and I'm just lifting to the side. Back down. I'm always going to stay on my right side for the first few. So in-breath, exhale, lift. Back down, okay? Stay nice and square. In breath, exhale, lift. Just going to do one more on the right side. In breath, exhale, lift. Back down, well done. Just come back into child's pose, sitting back onto the knees. Take a couple of breaths. Ready? Go back out of child's pose. Back up into tabletop position. Now we'll do it on the left side. Okay, let's make sure our stance is back to normal. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. In breath prepared. Exhale, we lift up. Just to the side. We don't need to lift it too high, folks. Okay, everything's controlled. Glutes are engaged. Glutes are engaged, core is engaged, and we're not wobbly. Okay, in breath prepared. Exhale, lift. And back down, doesn't have to be really high. Okay, little doggy's got arthritis in its hips. Lifting up. down. Just do 2 more for me on this side if you can. In breath prepares, exhale you lift. Back down. Once you're finished, sitting back down, onto the heels into child's pose, take a few breaths. Child's pose again for me. Back up into tabletop. Last exercise in this position. Okay, making sure we're in our nice square position. We're going to do a leg extension with our knee bend. Okay, so we're going to take our in breath, and on the exhale, we are going to try to keep both hands on the mat, extend out with one leg, bend from the knee, pump to the ceiling, back down. Okay. We'll go alternate legs this time, so we'll take an in breath, exhale, extend out, opposite leg, bend at the knee, pump to the ceiling, and back down. Okay, just from the side, that looks like a bit of a better view for you. Is in breath prepares, exhale out, straight the leg, extend the leg, bend from the knee, pump to the ceiling. Okay, in breath prepares, exhale, extend, bend at the knee, pump to the ceiling. So alternate legs this time. Keep the glutes tight. Okay, everything's nice and tight as we extend out. Hamstrings are tight, glutes are tight, pump to the ceiling, back down. We're not too wobbly. In breath prepares, extend out, bend from the knee, pump to the ceiling. Just do 2 more for me, 1 on each leg if you can. Slow and steady, that's it. Knee down, and just sit back into child's pose for me. Take a few breaths. And when you're ready, just come out of child's pose for me, and we're going to go into a seated position. Easiest way to go into a seated position is just untuck the feet and under the bottom and bring them round to the front. But whatever way is easiest for you. We're going to come into a seated position, and ideally cross-legged if we can. If it's not comfortable for you, just keep your legs out in the front. Also, if you sit up on a couple of cushions, raise a little bit higher, it makes this position a little bit easier for some people on their hips, okay? So play about with it, get as comfortable as you can. Make sure we're cutting up onto those sitting bones, so just rock yourself back until you're sitting up nice and tall, back's long and strong. And we're just going to take a few deep breaths just in through the nose and out through the mouth. And when you're ready, just bring the hands around. Okay, just in line with your hips. We're going to do a seated side bend. Okay, so we're going to take an in breath, and on the exhale, you're going to raise up one hand. Doesn't matter what side you start with. I'm starting with my right. You might start with your left. Slow and steady until we're above the head. From here, we'll take another in breath, and exhale, we're going to bend over to the side. So the hand that's on the floor, you have a slight bend in that elbow. It'll allow the movement, and you're coming over, getting that full stretch now right down through the body. Yeah, so we did our standing side bends, and now we're doing our seated. In breath, prepared, exhale, return that arm to the floor. Slow control, don't let the speed and the weight of that arm control the speed, you control that with your breath. Inhale again, up nice and tall, exhale, reaching up, long strong arm above the head. In breath here, exhale, bend. Stretching right down through the body. Slow, controlled. Making sure you have enough space. Good. Just going to do 2 more for seated side bends, 1 on each side. You go at your own level, you go at your own speed. Take an in breath at the top. Exhale. Bend. and tall on our sitting bones, not slouching over, back's nice and straight. Get a full stretch right down through the body. Hand to floor. Well done. When you're ready, just bring out both legs, give them a little pump, a little shake out. And if you can, we're bringing them out to the side, and we're going to let them sit in our V pose. Okay, so our V leg pose. Standing up nice and tall, tummy's engaged. Okay, shoulders are down and relaxed. And we're just, if we can, take an in breath. Exhale, we're going to bring the hands up above the head. So we're in this nice star shape. Okay, when you're ready, I'm going to take an in breath. I'm going to bring my right hand down towards my left feet. Okay, it doesn't have to touch. In breath again. Exhale, back up into our star. In breath. Exhale, left hand down towards my right foot. Okay. In breath. Exhale, return. Back up into our star position. One more time on each side. In breath prepares. Exhale, right hand down towards the left foot. Inhale. Keep that core nice and long and strong. Don't slouch over. Back's nice and straight. Exhale, return. Take an in breath here. Exhale, bring the hands down. Give them a little shake. Give the legs a little pump. When you're ready, bring both feet in together. Adductor stretch. Try and get the soles of the feet meeting. And try and get them brought in as close to the body as you can. Okay? Hands can rest just on the legs or on the feet. Whatever's comfortable for you. The closer they are in towards the body, the more of a stretch you're going to get. Again, back up onto those sitting bones, sitting up nice and tall. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Just take a few breaths. Taking the stretch. Back's long and strong. We're not hunched over. Okay, we're not in a little ball. We're up nice and straight, nice and tall, nice and proud. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, when you're ready then, just release that stretch, bring both legs out to the front. And the next one we're going to move, we're going to progress down now towards our back. Before we go back into a fully lying down position, we're going to try a new little move, okay, where we're going to be supporting ourselves on our forearms and on our elbows. The first one we're going to be doing is called our feet flutters. Okay, so ideally just lower yourself back onto our elbows. Okay, so you're still up nice and tall. Some people might really struggle with this, might want some support cushions behind them, or a bolster or whatever you have at home. But if you can, just supporting yourselves onto your elbows. We're going to take an in breath, and on the exhale I want you to try and lift up your feet and give them a little kick. Okay, so it's like a little swimming flutter, feet flutter, and back down. So I want you to try count just about 10 flutters and then release down. So about 10 on the exhale. Some people might be a little bit more, some people might be a little bit less. So you work on your breath. So ideally I'm going to take an in breath. Exhale up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release them down. Breathe. Okay? So give it a go. As I said, go in your own breath. On your exhale, you might do less, you might do a few more, but don't keep your feet up fully for the whole time. Okay, so don't hold your breath. In breath prepares. Exhale, we'll lift. Back down. Take a recovery. I want you to do 2 more times for me if you can. Down, well done. Once you finish, just let yourself come all the way down onto the mat. Take a couple of breaths here. When you're ready, bend up the feet. Okay, the next move we're going into is our hundreds. So a couple options in the hundreds that we know. Okay, option 1 in our hundreds. So we're going to still do 50. So we'll do 5 rounds of 10 for the first go, and then the second time we'll do another 5 rounds of 10. Option 1, head, neck, shoulders, stay on the mat, knees are bent up, and it's just a pulse. Breathing in for 5, exhale for 5. That's 1 set of 10. You do it 5 times, okay? Level 2, you come up, head, shoulders, bit of a gap between the chin and the chest, and you pulse here. Okay, core we got more engaged. Level 3, feet can be up, head and neck, shoulders is up, and to make it harder again, feet's fully extended. So you choose your level, what you want to work at, and you want to do 5 sets. Okay, so off you go. Breathing in for 5, and out for 5. That's 1. In for 5, out for 5. 2. In for 5, out for 5. 3. In for 5, out for 5. It's 4. In for 5, out for 5. Is 5. Take a breather, stretch out the legs. Take a rest. Take a few deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. When you're ready, bend up both knees for me again. The next exercise we're doing is our bridges. Okay, so this time head and neck will always stay on the mat. Feet will be shoulder distance apart. We'll take an in breath, and on the exhale we're going to push the hips up towards the ceiling. Okay, keeping everything nice and tight. In breath at the top, exhale lower. Slow and steady. In breath prepare to exhale lift, pushing down through the heels, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Try to get a nice straight line. Exhaling back down, looking after that back. And feeling everything loosen as we come down. So in breath prepare to exhale, we push up. Everything's nice and tight, glutes tight, hamstrings tight, hip flexors, quads, everything. Core's engaged. Exhale as you come down, you'll start to feel it all loosen out. Good. Just do one more for me if you can. Slowly looking after that back as we come down onto the mat. Once we're done, straighten out the legs. Take a couple of deep breaths. When you're ready, I want you to raise up both hands, just up the shoulder, chest height. We've got our little ball, or imagine we've got a little balloon, okay, slightly deflated. We're going to do some of our 5 and 7 breathing here. Okay, so we're going to pulse, 5 and 7 pulses. We're going to pulse, breathing in for 5, count to 5 in your head, and exhaling for the count to 7. So try to keep those arms long and strong. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhaling, 6, 5, 6, 7. Good. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the exhale will always be longer than the inhale. Okay, so people might need to change that up. They might inhale for 3 and exhale for 5. So you choose your level. I'm just working on the 5 and 7. Do one more round for me. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 7. Just bring the hands down and rest on that side of the body. Take a couple of breathers. When you're ready, bend up both knees for me. Okay, we're going to do a single leg lower. I'm going going to start off with my right leg up straight first of all. I'm going to take an in breath, and on the exhale I'm going to extend it down and drop down towards the floor. Ideally, folks, I'm going to recoil back up. If it's too much for you, let it rest on the floor. Bring it back and start it again. Okay? But if you can, come down, try not to touch the floor, recoil back up. So you work to your level, you work to your own ability. In breath prepares, exhale, you move. Nice long strong leg, hamstrings are engaged, hip flexors really getting a stretch here once we straighten the leg out. Core's engaged, and opposite leg is giving us that wee bit of balance. Being bent up. Try focusing on the breath here. I know we're trying to control the leg and think about our breathing, and try to empty the mind of everything else. Do one more on this side for me if you can. Once you're done, just bring the leg down, straighten them out. Take a couple of breaths. When you're ready, and if you can, I want you to come back up onto your elbows for me. Okay, and as I've said, if you want to grab a cushion, put it in behind, that's fine. This time, instead of, I'll slide back slightly so you can see my feet. Instead of doing our feet flutters, okay, so we're up and down, so we're going to do our scissors, okay, so we're going to try and cross the feet. So we're up, resting on our elbows and our forearms. We're going to take an in breath, and this time we're just going to do 4. Okay, so 4 scissors and back down. Again, adjust the number, folks. If 4 is too much, you can do 2, you can do 1. Brilliant. If you do more than 4 on an exhale, even better. Okay, so you work to your own level. I'm going to work on a 4. So I'm going to take an in breath. I'm going to try to lift both legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4 on an exhale and back down. Again, you work to your level, you work to your breath. Back down. Don't worry about how high you're getting your legs up. If they're closer to the floor, that's okay. If it's too easy for you, lift them a little bit higher. Do 2 more for me if you can. Back down. Well done. Once you're finished, then just lower yourselves back down, fully onto your back. Okay, when you're ready, we're into our last set, our second set of our hundreds. So 5 more rounds, 10 pulses, in breath for 5, exhale for 5, okay? You choose, head and neck can be on the mat, just pulsing the hands. Head and neck can be up off the mat, feet can be still on the floor, feet can be up in tabletop, or they can be fully up straight, whichever you prefer. In for 5, out for 5. 3, you take count of your own. 5. Pulsing in, up and down, pulsing out. 1 more for me. Once you're done, relax the arms, relax the legs by straightening them out. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. When you're ready, just bend up the knees. Okay, and our second set of bridges, folks. First of all, you can stay on level 1, which we were doing before, the raise up, hold, and come back down. Okay, level 2 we're going to do is we're going to raise up, and once we're up, we're going to try bring the foot up and tap the toe down. Up, and then place it back down. Okay, so sort of 2 toe taps from the side, again I'll just show that. So when you lift up into your bridge, you're up at the top, you're going to raise up your foot, okay, tap down once, tap down twice, and then bring the foot down to the floor before lowering your hips. Okay, so it's 2 sort of two toe taps, and then a lower. Lift up. 1, 2, back down, and a lower. Or you can just stick with level 1, lifting up, exhaling down, slow and steady. So you choose whatever level you wish to do. Okay, I want you just to do 2 more regardless of which ones you're doing. Lifting up, always controlling the breathing. Staying nice and strong. And really supporting the back as you lower down. It's the most important part. Well done. Once you're finished, again straighten the legs out and take a few breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Once you're ready, bring both hands up again. We've got our ball or our balloon. We're back to our 5-7 pulses. Breathing in for 5, pulsing out, and exhaling for 7. Just giving that balloon a little squeeze. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just do one more cycle for me. Bring the hands down and just relax the body. Take a couple of deep breaths. When you're ready, bend up both legs for me. Single leg lower on the opposite leg this time, so it's my left leg. It's coming up nice and straight. Right leg staying bent. I'm going to take an in breath, and on the exhale, I'm going to lower it down. And if I need to, I can let it rest fully on the floor. Bring it back and start again. If I bring it down, and recoil it back up. Long, strong leg. Keep it nice and controlled. Focus in on the breath. Well done. 2 more on this side if you can. Well done. Once you're finished, just straighten the legs out and take a breather. When you're ready, folks, just bend up both knees for me. Okay, we're going to go into a stretch. I want you to bring up your right ankle onto your left knee, right hand onto the onto the right knee, pushing away. Just bringing the rhythm of the breath just back to your natural flow. When you're ready, take an inhale, exhale, lift up the left leg towards the body. Bring the right hand through the gap, left hand around the outside, and hold. Just breathing in and out. Release it back down to the floor. Change legs. Left ankle comes up onto the right knee, left hand pushes away the left thigh. Just emptying the mind of any stresses or worries. When you're ready, take an inhale, exhale, lift the right foot up towards the body. Right hand comes around the outside, the left goes through the gap. Take a hold. Just feel the stretch stretch down through the hamstring into the glutes. When you're ready, just release it down to the floor. Both feet down. Okay, just over the right leg now, up nice and straight. Bring both hands in behind the hamstring. Just breathing in and out. And when you're ready, just a few ankle circles. And when you're ready, change direction. Well done. Just controlling that breath. And then I want you to point the toes towards the ceiling, towards your body, towards the ceiling, towards your body, and finally release the leg back down to the mat. Change over, left leg up, hands in behind the hamstring. Just hold that stretch. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then into a few ankle circles. And change direction. Point the toes towards the ceiling, towards your body, ceiling, body, and release the leg down. Bring both knees up in towards the chest. Make yourself into a nice little ball. Take a little rock side to side. Squeezing those knees in. Well done. Just rocking the knees backwards and forwards then as well. One last time, just side to side. And release the legs down. Stretch them out, stretch the body out. If you can, take an in-breath. Exhale, bring both hands out behind the body. Stretch the body right from the fingertips all the way out to the toes. Feel like somebody's pulling your hands and somebody's pulling your feet. Get that stretch right through the body, and I want you to take 2 deep breaths for me. Breathing in and out. In and out. Well done. Bring both hands back by your side. Just rest them on your tummy. Just close your eyes and take 2 more breaths for me. Just breathing in and out. When you're ready, folks, especially after having your eyes closed, open your eyes, lying down in a flat position before coming up into a seated position. Especially if the lights have been on in the room that you're in. Get the eyes open, get a bit of blinking going, and then come up eventually into a seated position and then up into a standing position. Please take your time getting up, especially if you're feeling lightheaded or anything like that. Maybe take a couple of sips of water before coming up into standing. And give the body a little shake once you're up and get it ready to go for the rest of the day. Well done, folks. I know I've thrown in a few different exercises there, so well done for trying them, and hopefully they'll start to feature a wee bit more in the Pilates videos going forward. There'll be another video up again next week. I hope you're all keeping well, staying safe and staying active, and hope to see you all really, really soon.